And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Mike Burrows. What do we need to know here about the right-hander? All right, just about ready for baseball. Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies. Out towards right center field. Loperfido settles underneath it. One up, one down. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Hunter Goodman. Foul ball there. Fastball is outside. Nice warm day here. Good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate. You can kind of be more selective instead of just looking out away so that you can get the barrel to it. And that part, you can get on the inside part of the plate as well.
Tracks it down for the out. 2 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that is that. We go to the bottom of the first. Today's starter for Colorado, Kyle Freeland. What do we have on him? Leading off, Isaac Paredes.
Number 15, Isaac Paredes.
Paredes in his 6th season, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Castro sends it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now we check out the Astros lineup. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one carrying. See you later. And Air Jordan leaves the yard. His 4th home run of the season. One down. Jose Altuve up to him here. Right through there for a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Comes up empty. Stays alive. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Man, that looked like a pretty good swing, and I was waiting for it to get hammered somewhere. I mean, breaking ball, but he just somehow missed it. Timing looked solid, and his balance was there. He wasn't out on the front foot. Great pitch to hit.
That is the inning. Astros off and running on the solo homer. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, number 64. Looking for his first big league hit right here. This one trailed right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boo, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the third and final game of the series. In the air, left field. And there's one down.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air, left center field. This one's got a chance, and that one is off the top of the wall.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Man at second. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The 0-2. Runner takes off for third. Line drive to short and caught. Well behind the line and got him double off. The Rockies get one by way of the long ball. Now to the bottom of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And a foul ball. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Tied up here in the early going. Sliced hard but foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. Struck him out looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
1 out man at first. Here's Carlos Correa. There goes the runner. Bounce to the left side. Throws across the diamond. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
Tap foul at the plate. Man on second, 2 down. Strike on the inside corner. Line drive, that's a base hit. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. And he's out.
Right there.
Down, and that ends the inning. Well, it's pretty. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Well, these Rockies, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boo.
And the tying run is on base. That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And the batter now, Jake McCarthy. 2 in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Liner stopped
at first. It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Goodman at the plate now, and that's strike one. Two on, two outs.
Nope, outside.
Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, right field. Loperfido gets there. He's under it. And that's the third out. Back here in Houston. So now the Astros designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. That one fouled hard the other way. Gets under it and pops it up. One away. And he can't come up with it. The underhand flip, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Two down, bases empty. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. Fastball for a strike. Out there to center. McCarthy in position. And that'll do it. Back here in Houston as we go to the top of the fourth. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, number 64. Ripped on a line. Myers flashes the leather on the running catch. One pitch and one out.
Up next for Colorado, shortstop Willie Astros.
That one fouled off. The Astros leading by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ball.
Got him swinging.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Troy Johnston, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. In the air, left side. Alvarez under it, and that is that. Ready to go, bottom 4. Yainer Diaz. Up now, he's among the league leaders in homers, and each one feels like it's launched into orbit.
Pitchers try to avoid him, but when they don't, boom. His impact shows up as consistently as anyone in the league.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. One down.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder Jake Myers.
In the air to left center. Moniak should have this one. And a couple of quick outs. Joey Loperfido will hit next. In the air, left field. And that will end the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
All these Rockies doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Got him. One away here in the fifth.
Quick three-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
On the ground, right side. Nice grab. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for Colorado.
Digging in, Jake McCarthy. In the air, center field. Myers under it. And that is that. Back here in Houston and stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa. Foul ball there. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. The 0-2. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Tovar. On to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Cesar Salazar up next for the Astros. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Astros are down. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies.
Mickey Moniak.
Outside, that's a ball.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
This one in the air, center field. Myers has a beat on it, and there's one down.
Up next for Colorado, the designated hitter, Hunter Goodman.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies. He's already homered here in this one. Chop back up the middle. Altuve slings to first. That's the third out. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Designated hitter,
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Here's Jordan Alvarez. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, but he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
And a base hit right there. And they have their first hit since the second inning. Looking to extend the play now. And he'll reach second with one away.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulder stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why he jumped off the bat.
Right through there for a strike. On the ground to third.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Diaz in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Man at second. On the ground, base hit into center field. Coming around third is Alvarez. In comes the run from second. There's the tag. They get it, and that's the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Willie Astros.
On the ground right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Hard hit, but right at him and left. One out man at first. Next for Colorado, Troy Johnston. Swing and a miss, strike one. Now the bullpen looks to be springing into action. Steven Oker, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Abreu also getting ready. Strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The tying run at the plate. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
1-2 now. That one to first. There's one. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bottom of the seventh, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Well, these Astros, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Now one miss. Hit on the ground to short. And one away in the bottom of the seventh. That one ripped. Reaching down, makes the catch. 2 down, base is empty. Now Correa up to hit. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit, and a hitter's supposed to say he's only...
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Steven Oker.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The Astros have some action in their pen. Josh Hader, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. This one in the air. Salazar settles under this one. And a quick out, number 1.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Here's the catcher, Brett Sullivan. 1 for 2. He swings and fouls one off. Swings through that one for strike 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And
nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Back here in Houston, bottom of the 8th. Cesar Salazar getting ready to hit. And there's a foul ball. Left field. And that's a foul ball. In the air, right field. And there's one down.
Hey!
Check swing called strike. That's strike 2. This one in the air, center field. McCarthy gets under it, and there's 2 away. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
That's
The
a
two-hole
ball.
hitter showing so much versatility, understanding the situation, gets on base with 2 out to bring possibly the best hitters in this lineup up to the plate in this inning.
And that is that. Back here in Houston, we go to the 9th. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. And that one fouled off. Got the bat going too soon and strike 2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That one lifted to left. Alvarez coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Tap foul at the plate. Comes up empty.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off, see if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Swings through it for the K. Rockies down to the final out. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Hader, multi-time All-Star. He features a 2-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is outside. The Astros trying to close out a 2-run lead here at the top of the ninth. The Rockies down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Great pitchers doing in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.